I graduated in June with a plan that turned out pretty fucking dumb. I was going to hitch across the country before college started, just thumbs and boot leather, sleep wherever life landed me. My mother thought I'd be dead in under a week. I told her the country was way safer than she thought. I was young and stupid. The first 11 days were copacetic. Anybody that has done it will tell you how much roading is nothing, and how the nothing is kind of the point sometimes. A guy in a Peterbilt hauled me most of the way across Nevada and blathered on about his daughter nearly the entire way. He even cried once and apologized for being a bitch. A woman outside Green River handed me a half-eaten sandwich, plus a Bible. I kept the sandwich. The land got hillier and browner, and then the Rockies shot up from the ground ahead of us like some great monster breaching. I remember thinking, that's it. That's the middle of the country. Once I'm over that motherfucker, I'm on the downhill side of the whole thing. I came on the Denver suburbs riding the back of a delivery van where he left me in Arvada, at the corner of Ward Road and 44th, because he was headed in a direction that didn't suit me. It was maybe 9 in the evening. It was a gas station on the corner with lighting that casts everyone as stars in zombie movies. The sky was low and long and going purple over the foothills to the west. I bought myself a coffee blacker than an event horizon and headed out to stand under a light and held my thumb out to the on-ramp traffic, looking as aimless as a turd thumbing across America might. The big truck pulled in about 40 minutes later, an old bobtail tractor. That means with no trailer to the uninitiated. Its running lights were the orange you see on old country teeth. Its door swung wide before I'd even decided to walk toward it, which should have served as an omen. There's a rhythm that's learned out there. First, eye contact is made, they mull it over, then they wave you on, you get in. This one skipped all of the formalities. The door just opened, and a voice flew out. "Going east, are ya?" "East, yeah, wherever east sounds good." "Get in," it said. "I'm going as far east as east goes." I'll try to describe him properly here. I've spent a long time trying to amend this, but my head won't get straight with it somehow. He was big man gone soft. He had on a plaid shirt that was comically buttoned all the way to the throat in the driving heat of July. And his face, it was unremarkable. I mean completely fucking fine. Round, somewhat pleasant, Midwestern. The kind of face that's settling in a way that can sell you shit you don't need and shakes your hand after. He smelled like coffee, but there was an odor under that coffee. Something trying not to be noticed but couldn't help it. Meat that draws flies in hot weather. I told myself it was probably some errant rubbish in the cab. I ignored it, climbed in, and pulled the door shut. For the first hour, he was as unremarkable in company as his face was. He talked about the interstate system, about how Eisenhower built the whole graph for tanks, about federal law allows for landing a wayward plane on any 1-mile stretch of it, which is utter horse shit, but I gobbled it up because he said it with such warmth and sincerity that I'd have bet the ranch on it. But every few minutes he'd just stop, mid-word sometimes. He'd go still, both hands gripping the wheel 10 and 2, eyes fixed at the road. There would be 4 or 5 seconds of nothing, and then he'd pick the sentence back up right where he dropped it, clean, like a record catching a groove. I was wondering if he was road weary. I wondered a whole load of shit while we were crossing that state. Unimpeded introspection is one of the wonderful things about the road. We dropped down and left Denver out onto the plains, headed east. The lights bled into the dirt the way they do out there, like the land just absorbs the whole city into it. And then, 2 headlight cones showing dashes passing by and the dark bleeding out flat to eternity on both sides. And then the captain quit talking for good. I looked over and he was smiling. Not the comely salesman smile. His lips had strung back off his teeth, all of them, both bottoms and tops, a greedy mouth full of business. His eyes were leaking wet, pulled wide open and pinned to the road without a blink to give. Then, out of the side of that fucky smile, without the smile ever moving, he said, You've got a light on you, Budrow. Bet you don't even know it either. You've got a pretty little light shining right down on you, and I have been so goddamn hungry I can't stand it. But here's the thing. I fucking laughed. If I'm lying, I'm dying, I swear I actually started to laugh. A kind of jammed up, nervous bark. I squirted out a half of, "Okay, man, that's a hell of a," out of my mouth. Trying to tell a joke was the only thing I could muster, and that was a stretch and a half. I was reaching for it the way you reach for a hand grab right before you go canister over noggin when you trip onto your face. The joke died between my neck and my maw, because the guy was now moving at me. He bolted across that cab faster than any soft man in a button-up plaid shirt has the right to move, faster than rationale could finish in my head, and he caught a fistful of my hair and wrenched my head down and sideways and put his mouth over my ear. I felt his teeth start to chomp. I felt the top of my ear give and come off into the teeth, and the pain was exquisite. God damn it, I felt something so strange I am embarrassed to utter it here. I felt something leave him and pour into the wound he just created. It was coldness, cold with a purpose. It flowed up the side of my skull and into me, and it settled. A kitty settling down, circling twice and lying down somewhere back behind my eyes. And it got comfortable there. He let go, put both hands back on the wheel, 10 and 2. My blood was running warm down my jawline, neck, and it too was like that kitty, but its sunny spot was the collar of my shirt. Then the asshole was speaking again, with the voice of an insurance man, calm as a Sunday. "Tag, then, you're it. I'm sorry, Budrow. I was so tired. You'll get what I'm on about soon enough. You're gonna get so fucking tired." He took the next exit, an unlit county road with a stop sign bent on its post like it was waving at us. Then Mr. Congeniality leaned across me and popped my door, real gentle, like he was dropping a kid at the school gate, and said, "Off you go." And off I went. I stumbled down into the ditch grass, and the door smacked shut on its own rebound behind me. The truck pulled off east, like he'd promised, all the way east, as far east as east goes, and I lay down there in the wet grass with my hand lending succor to the side of my head. The thing purring behind my eyes, turning round, settling in, making itself right at home, in the sunspot in me. I understood all of the truths that he spoke and bit into me that night. That was 19 years ago. College and I never did the dance. I got tired, just like he said that I would. The kind of tired that inspires you to look at a person with a light on them. I can see that fucking light now. It took a while, but I can see it all right. It's a warmth coming off of good ones, kind ones, ones who'd hand a stranger half a sandwich, and something behind your eyes takes notice, and it turns toward them, and it's hungry for them. I've held this 19 years, 4 months, 3 days, and a few hours now. He only held it a little while, I think, before me. I wonder how long the man before him held it, or the one before. A baton passing across the dark of this country, hand in hand, mouth and ear, a cold, gliding passenger, never once touching the earth. I sent this because I'm tired. And you have a kindness, Bruce. Thank you for listening this long, Budrow. You have a real warmth about you. Has anyone ever told you that? Come over here. It's better when I tell you the last part up close.